wait for the Super Bowl. Which team's going to be playing on Valentine's Day, by the way? I love you. Seahawks co-favorites with the Rams to be right back in California, according to DraftKings Sportsbook. The Bills, the AFC favorites, and Joe Brady's first season at the helm. Patriots have 13-1 odds to return to the game. As our sports betting analyst Tyler Fulghum with us now. And Fulghum, I just gave you the Super Bowl odds for next year between the NFC. Seahawks, they're one of them. The Rams are another one. Bills in the AFC. But I actually want to talk MVP odds now as we shift forward to next season. It's quite interesting when you take a look at who is leading that conversation, because right now it is Josh Allen plus 550. Lamar Jackson slightly behind him. Is there anyone, Tyler, you see as early value on to win the MVP?
Well, yeah, Matt, I'm glad you're asking me about MVP, because if you can identify the MVP, you're likely identifying a team that's going to be in the Final Four, if not the Super Bowl. We saw Drake May there. We saw Matthew Stafford, the MVP, in the NFC title game against the Seahawks. I want to look at two names starting in the NFC with Jordan Love at 15-1. He's a player I think is providing value right now in February of 2026. Why? Last year during the regular season, second in EPA per play amongst all quarterbacks behind only Drake May. We know that the Packers season fell short of what they wanted, but Micah Parsons was hurt. He'll be back. That defense another year to gel around him, and Love another year to gel with those wide receivers. Another name is the name we most link with the MVP award is Patrick Mahomes. He's got 5 of these on his shelf, 2 regular season, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. This season was a disaster for Mahomes and the Chiefs. I think if they can go get someone like a Breece Hall or maybe a Kenneth Walker to help him in the backfield in free agency, you could see Mahomes bounce back and win his 3rd regular season MVP trophy. I think the Chiefs are going to be playing the 2026 season with something to prove that last year was an aberration, and they are still in their dynasty window.
Something to prove Patrick Mahomes is scary. So you're right. If you want to get some value, that could be there with Mahomes. Lock of the decade last night, by the way. I love prop bets in the Super Bowl. The under on the national anthem, no-brainer, hit. Cash money. What were some of the other props, Fulghum, you kept an eye on last night that hit?
All right, let's start with a fan favorite, the coin toss, of course. Joe Montana flipped a winner for heads. Bettors at minus 103 odds there. Heads is hitting 29 of the 60 Super Bowls. Remember, there's no edge there, guys. It's a literal 50-50 proposition. The first touchdown, which didn't happen until the 4th quarter, tight end A.J. Barner of the Seahawks, giving Seattle a 3-possession lead, cashing 12-1 tickets for anyone who backed him to be the first to find the paint. A few drives later, Drake May threw a pick to Julian Love. May was minus 130 to throw an interception, and Love was 8-1 to have a pick, something my buddy Joe Fortenbaugh predicted on this show last week. Way to go, Joe. Another fan favorite, of course, what will be the Gatorade color doused on the winning head coach? Some late money came in on the yellow lime green option at DraftKings, which closed at even money, and that's what you see Mike McDonald getting doused with there after the Seahawks clinched. Finally, Kenneth Walker taking home the Super Bowl MVP with odds of plus 850. If you went back to before the wild card round started, though, you could have got Walker at 45-1 to be the Super Bowl MVP. And after the Zach Charbonnet injury, he was awesome in the playoffs for the Seahawks. Probably, like I said, made himself a lot of money in free agency, Matt.